Hello and welcome to the Legends of Tabletop podcast. We are getting ready to jump into session 28 of our runners campaign. I'm going to kick it over to Jesse for a recap and we'll figure out what's going on for tonight.
All right, so last time we had a figurative and literal downtime session where we did a little fixing up of Under the Bridge. The team has decided to make this at the very least their temporary home for now. So they figure, make it as cozy and workable as possible. So they got some power up and running, localized power, so that, they're primarily running off of the solar panels that are on the top, as well as, some backup power, battery and gas generators, but for the most part running off of the solar. So they got some localized power up and running. They got food stores and medicine and everything like that secured. They also worked on the locks for, as a retcon, both entrances, because we realized that there's not only the main entrance that they've come in, but on the opposite side of Under the Bridge, there is a secondary entrance that they can go through. So they've been working, they worked on that, got Smokey a little bit of healing as well. And now they find themselves after several days of resting and working and getting everything back up and running. Now Under the Bridge is a as functional as they need it to be location.
Like for mechanical purposes as well, we also set up our garage essentially.
Correct.
Mechanically through the book. So went through, picked up a couple of options as far as like garage setup. We did the salvage yard and power hookup for our selections for that. So it's sort of a mechanical downtime thing. Although I guess since it's a new mechanic, right? I guess you do that at the beginning, like the beginning of a campaign, I guess, right?
Yeah. So if we were playing a fresh game, then the garage would have been part of character creation. So, right. But because that's a mechanic that I only made up a few months ago, and this is the first time we've actually had a chance to do it, that's when we threw it in. So
yeah, it felt good to fit into the narrative.
There we go. Yeah.
I do have a question. It just dawned on me while you were going through your recap. At one point when we left to Zane, Smokey had the mobile gun. Whatever happened to that? Do we still have that? We could have.
It's funny. I actually thought of that a few weeks ago.
Because I'm like, well, shit, we probably plant that fucking thing in front of the back door. We go in and out the back door, like if we're gonna leave, and he's got the
right,
the swipe. So if somebody like Jimmy's the lock, they get blasted, right? Like, I'm like, shit, what happened? Because it ambled after him, so I'm pretty sure we had it.
You do, yeah. I was actually, I was gonna have it come like knocking up on the door later. So
okay, all right. Well, I'll cut all this out.
I forgot as we were going through, because it was a little slower than you, but then like we went through the whole thing at Ingram and everything. So by the time you left that, it had quite honestly had left my mind. I was gonna have it catch up to you, but then we got into things. So by the time you made it to Under the Bridge, like I had forgotten about it up until a few weeks ago when I was going through the book again and I saw the mobile turret and I was like, oh, motherfucker.
So we got to Ingram, all that shit happened. It got like 3/4 of the way there, and then we left and the turret's like, fuck. Turns around, starts running.
It can see on your map, on its like internal map, how it's getting closer and closer and closer to you, and all of a sudden you guys are like, oh. Chug, chug, chug.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yep. I don't even know why it popped into my head, but
Hey, there you go. So that is where you are at the moment. So Jansen has yeeted, right? You have no idea where he is. You know he left. The vast majority of the inhabitants of Under the Bridge are dead. You do know, so Lily, unfortunately, was one of them. However, you do know from her that Dog had left before all of this went down. She said that he went somewhere south. You also do know, obviously, you have Ingram to the west. You have Green Hills to the east. And I'm sure there are other knolls here and about as well. So, but that is where you are at the moment. So, a few days have gone by since you've gone back to Under the Bridge. You have finally cleaned up everything for the first time in a couple of weeks now. Is calm.
okay. No, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Okay.
We're not gonna worry about it.
All right. So yeah, all three of you wake up in the morning. I'm assuming you have, the little commissary that you previously, ate breakfast at when you were there before. You still have all the food there up and running, and you have time for a nice little breakfast.
How you feeling, Mr. Smokey? How's your knee? You doing okay?
I think I'm pretty good. Just, technically, I think we talked about what points were off, but then what points came back with the healing. So I've got that down. I'm not saying this.
Yeah,
Huxley,
your knee at the
Are you
moment.
having a stroke, Mr. Smokey?
Your knee is healed, so that injury is gone. You are still a little hurt.
Mhm.
So you still have one injury point, but it doesn't affect any of your aspects, any of your stats.
Okay.
So
yeah. So I'm thinking of it. What kind of food would it be? I'm trying to think. We haven't eaten anything before, have we, or described it? So, I guess Smokey's eating his oatmeal-y looking whatever, and kind of just pushing it around the tray, and just kind of looks up at Huxley and says, "Yeah, I'm feeling good. How you feeling? How's everything?"
I'm okay. Everything seems to be running pretty good. So, I guess we have to figure out what do we want to do? Like, if Tog went south, he thought maybe there was something down there, but we don't know. Green Hills is to the east, so we could go there. But if Green Hills is connected to the organization, I don't know if they would be looking for us, but maybe.
Do we try to? I think we talked about it before. Is there any way we can get some chatter on what's going back on at home, or is there a way to tap in just to see if our names are in flashing red anywhere? I'm assuming they are, but
I don't. But there's not, right? Like,
yeah,
you should be able to tag the signal, so everything is
isolated.
Yeah.
So I think I'll let based off of your knowledge of how everything works, right? And based off of what what you just said, John. Each knoll is an island, right? They don't have communication with each other until a runner comes from one knoll to the other and uploads all of their information to the system. So if a runner has come from Ingram to Green Hills in the span of the last couple days, right? Actually, no, because with the downtime and everything, it's been about a week. Yeah. So if a runner has come from Ingram to Green Hills in the last week or so, and if the relay in Ingram made that information available, then you would be blacklisted in Green Hills.
They might keep that close to the chest, though, right? Like we got rogue runners, from here.
That's if they made the information publicly available, right, and if there has been a runner within the last week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Mr. Smokey. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I think if everybody's happy that we've got this place set up and running as good as it can be at the moment and secure, I think that would be kind of like our first thing we'd want to focus on first, and then a decision on what next. It's do we want to get some, just expand our horizons a bit and see what's going on, or do we want to head south and try to get some more information and maybe find dog? And I think we would be leaning to I would be leaning towards that, but I don't know how you guys are feeling.
I mean, I feel like we should, let him know about Lily. I mean, he's not going to be happy, but I mean, it's better for him to know, right? Because if he comes back and then everything is gone, I don't know. I feel like, if we could, we should tell him.
And maybe get some more answers about what was going on here. That might also, he might have left for a reason, and maybe he has some more information we can use.
But we don't know where Jansen went either. I mean, if he went to Green Hills, I mean, he could try the same thing. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Zuchy?
Well, I think you both have very good arguments on what, going one place or over another. I feel like, myself personally, I feel like if we told Dog and maybe got him on our side, and maybe if there's some people that went with him, maybe we could build a new life here. Maybe we could help build a little resistance to the organization itself.
Yeah, I mean, if we get kicked out, what do we do? We'll have to make our own organization.
We'll make it the Organization 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Maybe we could workshop the name. I don't know, Mr. Zuchy.
I don't know. I think that's pretty perfect. And it's in writing. Okay, all right. Next thing on the menu.
It's been trademarked. I have an LLC on the way.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. We can pick a better name than that.
I think just from a standpoint of how mad everybody is probably at us, we kind of need this place because there's really nowhere else we can go. It's just to charge up or even get some sleep or anything. So I think, definitely for the time being, this is going to be our, base of operations. But yeah, we definitely need to get some more information and find out what's going on. And I'd definitely like to track down Jansen again and, finish that off. He says very ominously.
Huxley kind of grits his teeth and nods his head.
Zuchy gets a nice little smile on his face because he obviously is not a big fan.
I guess I think we all have to realize, and when we say when Smokey says all of us, he kind of looks to he kind of looks towards Huxley a little bit and just says, what we did, we thought we were doing the right thing. What happened is Jansen's fault, and when we find Jansen, we will make sure he pays for that.
Yep. Yeah, Huxley, he's on board. I will throw out too that we had a list of gear. I don't know that anybody had a chance to look at anything to see what was worth swapping. That didn't copy and paste very well. The name obviously is the start of the thing. The HUD's nice if nobody's got the HUD. I think probably the armor is better for Zuchy, right? Since you're more of a melee person. So if we had Nanoflex, I think the zero resist is better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's more expensive. Damping 2, speed 0. I don't remember. I don't have the book open. I don't know how much better it is. And I don't know that we want to bog this whole session down with that. But
yeah. No, overall, that would be better for Zuchy. It would get rid of one drain for him at least. So
yeah.
Okay. Did the rolls from last week sufficient for me to have swapped out a bunch of parts and stuff, or do you want more rolls?
Yeah, we'll say yeah.
Okay. If nobody's against it, Huxley will take the phaser rifle.
Ooh.
Hasn't Huxley killed enough people?
He's got one more score to settle.
More trauma. Hey, I'm cool with that.
I mean, unless I don't know if you have a rifle at all, if you want one, or pistol or whatever.
I don't think that she's into rifles. He likes knives and hand-to-hand stuff. So
right, yeah.
Maybe once in a while, if he could find himself a grenade, he'd probably just toss it out just for shits and giggles. But
and I'll go through that list and see compared to what Smokey has, and obviously Smokey's focus is going to be on speed and power consumption.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think that battery would be great for Smokey.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Is that a backup battery, or is that like a portable? Because I think I remember asking you, is that that's
that was the battery from that suit, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, yep.
Yeah,
definitely give that to Smokey then.
Yeah.
So you got a Gen 46 now.
Yep. Got it.
That's great.
And I'm gonna cross that off the list too. And we still have the backup battery as well.
You said you took the phaser rifle, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless you want it, right? I mean,
nope, I'm good.
This guy's flamer.
Exactly. Exactly.
You gotta say flame on every time you use it.
Sweet. Cool. I can't remember where I posted it. I talked to you maybe about taking cartography as a skill.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember where the hell I posted it. I know we're going way off the rails, but
I remember you mentioning it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember where it was.
I love it. I'm trying to write this down off of I'm trying to write this down off of Discord, and literally you crossed it out as I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, shit, what the shit is that? I've never seen that in real time. That freaks me out.
Oopsie. And I'm gonna have to open up the goddamn book. Is the book in Runner's Camp or it's in the other? It's in the other folder.
Yeah, it's in the other folder. I'm messing with some stuff on the. I'm updating the sheet as you guys talk. So,
Gotcha. Oh, and there was one of the things was a tweak. I don't remember what the hell it was. It was
yeah, that was a 0 tweak.
okay. So
That's what the fluid thrusters are.
how does that work though? Is it just like a free tweak?
Yeah, essentially, I guess.
I don't see it on here though. Fluid thrusters? There's no fluid thrusters in the 0
Yeah,
tweaks.
there are.
Bulk stability,
It's fluid
mobile
thrusters, and then with the question mark.
Nope. Totally don't see it.
No, I'm seeing it in the message that I'm not looking on Discord. I'm looking in our chat.
I'm looking at the RPG document. It's not in there.
Oh, that's
Folks.
under rad.
Oh, under rad. I thought you said 0.
Did I? Oh, I meant rad. Sorry,
You
Okay.
liar.
I'm a liar.
Yeah,
And a
you
cheat.
wrote the book. You should know the shit.
Right?
So is it just flow? It must just be flow
No.
because
I must have. Oh God, did I change it?
so much editing. This is my fault. I accept that it's my
This
fault.
is your fault. You brought it up.
Good job, John.
Well,
No, it's now nitro. It's something. So
Which is
and who's the rad? Is that Zuchy?
gear, back, speed 2, drain 2, surge, add the
Baby,
thruster,
I'm
speed
rad.
bonuses, and agility
every
bonus.
minute of my life?
So, yep.
Okay. Well, you got
I
nitro.
wouldn't
then,
worry
I
too
guess.
much about that one.
Okay.
So, what I'd focus. So we have that. I'd say Smokey, you probably want to take one of the jammer upgrades because your damping is pretty low right now. So you could take either that spoof or pulse.
I'm going to cut all this shit out.
Yeah, I know you are.
What about the people that are watching right now? They're like, "Fuck, this is boring."
Well, they're fucked, those people.
They're fucked. Yeah.
And that's
Thank
okay.
you for
Only like
watching. and
4
take a
people
nap.
are going to watch it. So
Mhm.
All right.
And 2 of them are John and.
Yeah. But all right, we'll say that's the majority of the important stuff.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
least.
cool.
Right.
Yep.
Everything else, the confetti blaster and all that type of shit, aren't necessarily consequential. So anyway, so you've upgraded some of the suits in the meantime, gone over all that. So yeah, you've talked about potential for Green Hills, potential for tracking down Dog to the south.
So if I take cartography as a skill, then can I then
Yes.
begin to make a map of our known areas, and then as we run, start to like fill stuff in, which would maybe counts as like a. I mean, I guess it really wouldn't be intel because you're filling it out after the fact, but I don't know what you want.
Well, no, but it would. It could be. in gathering intel for a run rather than going to an outside source, you'd be researching your own work, right? So it would still be intel, but you'd be able to actually go over all your own data rather than trying to find somebody else's data to go through.
All right, I'm gonna spend 3 points or 3 XP to take that up to 2. Then
Sounds good.
which leaves me with 8 still.
There you go.
I'll figure out what to do with all that. Okay, cool. So then, I mean, Huxley would just say, well, I mean, either way that we go, and like, hold on, and he'll like run to the room, and then he comes back out, and he like, I don't know, would it be digital or would it be paper? I feel like it would be probably digital, right?
Yeah.
Huxley feels digital.
Yeah. So like he's hold on, and he runs back and he brings back his tablet, and he opens it up and he fucking taps. So, I started building a map. I mean, like, you know, the places where we've been at. So like, you know, whether we go to Green Hills or if we go south, like we can, you know, I can add stuff to the map, and then, you know, we kind of have an idea of like, you know, where things are.
I would make sure that when you have that, make sure I would keep that to just us, because I feel like with something like that, depending on how extensive it is, it might be valuable to someone else. So make sure that you're showing the right people.
I will, like Mr. Smokey said, knowledge is power, or information is bargainable. I don't remember exactly what he said because he says a lot of stuff, but it seemed really important at the time, and I kind of remember.
Yeah, he said the more you know, and then he shot off a star out of something. It was weird.
He said something about how bills work too, but I don't think that's a real thing.
No. I think
he sang this little song. It was kind of catchy.
It was.
So this can either save our ass or give us credits. Was it credits? I can't remember if it was credits, right?
Rep.
Is it credit? Yeah, rep, right? Yeah. So we can save our butt or build our rep. So
yeah. Or we could in the wrong hands, it could open up where things are for people that don't want to be found. Possibly.
Yeah, like us. It's us at the moment. We don't want to be found. And we can always use it as a bargaining chip, right? If it gets bad enough, any information we have can always be useful, but either to save us or help us. So put a password on that.
Yeah.
Always, Mr. Smokey.
Strong.
And then he like side eyes you, and he like turns and types the password back in. I just want to let you guys know, because I thought it was kind of cool. I tried to put in like some of the topographical stuff, but it's harder to do than you think it would be. But I don't know. I'm working on a whole thing.
Whatever makes you happy and keeps you occupied and helps us, then we're here to help too. So if you need a hand with anything, or you think we need some more information to fill in some holes, then we'll definitely help with that, because it sounds like it's very important. It'll be very important for us, that's for sure.
Okay, cool. Glad you guys like it.
Absolutely.
Is that when there's a knock on the front door?
You start hearing ting, 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 ting.
Did you order out, Mr. Smokey?
Is there a knock on the front door, or is just something like treads going and banging into it and backing itself?
You hear like metal on metal, like all against the outside wall.
Okay, that doesn't sound good, guys. We better go check on that.
Should we get our suits on? You don't think it's Jansen, do you?
I wouldn't think he'd be knocking. I think he'd try to make sure he'd make no sound to get back in.
Oh, that's right. Like hits his head. Idiot.
Yeah, I'm assuming we can, we can see out, and then
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have any cameras or any sensors out set up?
if they're working.
I can't remember. I know we talked about it last time. I can't remember what you said.
I don't think because they used the
Spotters.
welcome wagon outside.
Yeah.
So I don't think they actually had any sensors.
So we may have to get our suit on to go double check.
Okay, maybe somebody brought news.
I don't know. I'm hoping it's not anyone showing up, because there's going to be some long conversations about what's going on either out there or in here. So I'm kind of hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's just a screen door swinging closed. So Smokey will go get his suit on and just say, I'll go, but I guess we're all going to have to, right? Because it's not like I can pop it open and go out and you guys can't. So I'm assuming we're all going to have to get suited up then.
Huxley starts to follow, like he walks away from the table, and then like after 4 steps, like turns around, goes back, grabs the tablet, sticks it in his pocket, zips it.
I think Zuchy would probably go ahead of everybody else, because he's just, again, his snag is jumping into danger without thinking, so obviously he would go before everybody else.
All right, so yeah, you pop in the airlock, open up close up the back door behind you, open up the front one, and you see the same, narrow parking lot alleyway that you expected. And then off to Zuchy's left, you begin to hear as the whirling of the machine gun starts.
I was controlling it, right? Wasn't that, if this is what we're talking about? So
yeah, and you get a little readout on your screen that said, finally, M82Q reconnected, enemy engaging.
Enemy engaging. Smokey pulls up his display and just starts trying to either type in or shout commands. No, friend, power down.
Waving his arm. Fuck, it's not working.
Minority Report. Waving his hand. Everybody looks at him and he looks like he's having some issues. He lost control of his body.
Yep, you hit the button, the little button on the screen, and you get like a little cancel notification. You hit that, and all of a sudden you can hear when everything kind of winds down, and then you hear of the claws kind of running over to you, and it then parks itself right next to you, Smokey.
Then I pat it on its head.
It is rough looking right now, covered in dirt, in mud, and looks like it's been through hell over the last several days. It's got a couple of dents in it. So,
oh, poor little guy! I forgot all about him.
Yeah, when you look, normally you could see like the belt drive of the, because it's like the belt fed bullets. And you see it couldn't have actually done anything to Zuchy. Its ammo is completely depleted now.
Is there any way to access I guess it's previous locations, or does it have like video record? I'm trying to. Okay, what has this been through?
Yeah.
Can we track it, or? Yeah.
Huxley might be given some time. Huxley might be able to pull up, telemetry data and, the activation commands that it gave itself basically, because it's in defensive mode. So, you'll know every time that it fired and what path it took and all that kind of stuff. So
I think maybe not important now, Huxley, but we may want to pull off some of the telemetry information from this to see. Obviously, it's been in a scrape because it's got no more ammo left, and he looks a little worse for wear. So we may want to see where it's been and what it's been through. That might give us a key. It might give us a heads up on if anything's coming this way, because I'm assuming this thing moved pretty slow, so something could have been tracking it back to here. And then I'll peek out and look around to see if anyone else is back beyond, trying to sneak in.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I mean, I don't know if you want to do it now. I mean, I could get it cleaned up. I mean, even if we don't do the data and stuff now, just to like get it set up, maybe like on the back door. I don't know if we have any ammo for that. I don't know how that works in this universe. Like if there's just like ammo and stuff places, or like if we have to like reload shot. Like I don't know how any of that works.
I was just going to ask if we have any ammo for it.
Yeah, of course they'd have ammo laying around. Right. They had to protect themselves.
So I don't know if it's necessarily that important right now, but if you get a little bit of free time later, maybe before we all crash out for the night, if you could spend a little time just pulling that information from it.
Okay, I can download the info while I'm cleaning. I could just set it up to do it while I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah. That sounds good. Is there anyone else? Can we? I'm trying to think. What do we have here? Is there anything? I know we tried to get everything back up and running. Are there motion sensors? Proximity sensors? Anything?
No, there's nothing outside. Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing outside. Okay.
Yep.
Huxley's already wandered away. Come on, little guy. We're going to get you all cleaned up. You're like looking around for people. Come on, let's go.
Peeking out. So do we want to just assume that we know, we said we retconned another entrance / exit. Do we want to... Is it just assumed that we know what's there and everything, or should we go check it out? I don't know if there's anything we need to do around that, or I don't know if it's just we're making the assumption that there was another entry exit that would be like the other one. Is there anything you want us to go check with that or anything?
Oh no. So there are two entrances. You guys, did all like the locking them up and all that kind of stuff,
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
You
so
are, as long as you are inside, as long as you are under the bridge, you are relatively secure, right?
Okay. Cool. I just didn't know if there was anything else we needed to do other than just, there is another one there that acts like the,
Gotcha.
If there was anything else you wanted us to do. Yeah.
No, we'll say, and everything you did to the front door, you can do to the back. You did to the back door.
Yeah.
So
okay, that's what I was assuming. Okay.
Yeah.
I too also like to make sure that the front door and the back door are very well taken care of. Sorry. John laughed, and I was thinking I shouldn't say it, but I did it anyway.
Well played.
Would you like a roll for like the cleanup and download of data and stuff, or?
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and give me? Let's see if you can, figure out a way to unlock all that and make it actually readable for yourself.
So I'm going to use the bots, obviously, because I'm going to get
Okay,
a plus
yeah.
2 on that. So that's a 7, 8, 9.
9 against a 6. That is a success with extreme. So yeah, you're able to pull the telemetry information from it. You know, pretty much the exact path that it took from to Zane all the way down to you. It obviously didn't take your exact same path, right? It had it has Smokey's information and was basically following a moving target, right? And so yeah, it made it all the way down. And you also know, when it attempted to defend itself, when it went into like temporary shutdown mode, and all that. There was a couple of times that it defended itself up in Sturbridge, between Tizane and Ingram. And then there were several times when it attempted to defend itself between Ingram and under the bridge.
Okay. Does it have cameras? Does it have some sort of like a visual input or no?
It has not. We'll say it has like infrared cameras and a LiDAR system. So it doesn't have like a recordable camera, but it does have visual data.
Does that look like anything? Does it look like people? Does it look like creatures? Does the LiDAR and the
Would
the
you
heat-
like to expend your edges in order to get so yeah, the first couple of encounters that it had were with basically the little scrap bots. You ran across those from a distance on your first trek up to Tizane. So some scrapper was trying to pull it for parts, and it got a little more than it could handle. And then running from Ingram to here, it ran into several humanoid-like figures. From the infrared, you're not able to pull a lot.
Would the suit give a different signature than like a user, right? Because the user doesn't have a suit on, doesn't have any damping, so it would change that heat profile.
Exactly, yeah. So you'd get at least a basic heat profile out of a user, to varying degrees, depending, right? Obviously with depending on if they're fully alive or not. And also depending on the weather as well. If their body is cold, then they're going to show up colder. But yeah, you can definitely tell that these were not runners. They were not suited people, at least.
So I have a question. So
yes.
The word LiDAR. So like I know what that means, but for people that are listening that don't know what that means, like I know what that means. And you guys know what this means. Everybody here knows what that means. But what does that mean?
Basically think of it like light echo. Oh god, what is it that fucking bats and dolphins and shit use? Echolocation. So think of it like it shoots a light out and then that light bounces back. So it shoots out a laser, usually a laser in a circle. And that light bounces back, and that's how it gets its visual information.
Yeah. So it's exactly that's exactly the definition I was thinking, but I just want to get your take on it.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't have a full fit. It only has basically the front, the sides that are facing it of information.
But pretty decent detail, though, right? Like, it's not going to show a face,
Exactly.
but
Very
like
good detail.
that's how they find like Mayan temples and shit, like in the jungles in Mexico. They fly a plane over with the lidar, with the lidar. And they're like, oh fuck, there's a whole city under here.
That's how most self-driving vehicles work, except for Teslas, because Elon Musk is a fucking idiot. So
yes.
No lies detected. Okay.
So you get all that information from it.
Okay. Cool. So Huxley's off being busy doing stuff.
That was stuff. That would be stuff we would expect, right? That's not anything jumping out of us. If it's moseying along, it's running into stuff. It's running into the things we would expect it to run into.
Yeah.
There's nobody tracking them. I guess I don't know if it's good or bad that it ran into a bunch of unsuited people, because I'm assuming if it was a bunch of suited people, then they'd be coming after us. But I don't know. Maybe that's just my paranoia.
I mean, add a character, right? Like unsuited is good because they were probably users.
Yeah,
on some level or another.
Yeah.
But I mean, that would be my assumption.
That's what Smokey was thinking.
Yeah.
So I think that Zuchy would, while Huxley's busy like scrubbing this bot or whatever, I think Zuchy would pull Smokey aside and be like, "Hey, Smokey, I think if we find Dog and we have to tell him what happened, I think you need to be the one that tells him."
Absolutely.
Also, I think we maybe need to have a talk with Huxley, and maybe we need to tell him that we need to have, or you need to have this conversation with him, and that we don't need him pitching in per se.
Yeah, an overexcited description of what happened probably isn't the best.
Well, yeah, and he's gonna feel bad. He's gonna think that it was all his fault, which it was not. And we did we're gonna have to prepare, because from what I've seen with Dog, and again, I don't know him, but I have a feeling he's gonna be a little more aggressive when we tell him what's happened. So
yeah, I agree. When we obviously he seems to be all right now. He's got some stuff to keep him busy.
Yeah,
he's got some enrichment to do, right?
he does. Well, unfortunately, you and I have seen a lot more in the way of death than Hux has, so we have to.
Yeah,
I love the little guy. I want to protect him. I don't want anything bad to happen.
Absolutely. So I'm not going to bring it up now, but whenever we do hit the road and we start going down, we can have a discussion about it. It'll give me some time to think about the best way to approach it, but I'm sure he's not going to have an issue. But yeah, I agree that the less emotion in that discussion would probably be better. And hey, look, if Dog wants to slug someone for it, then better me than Huxley or you. So yeah, I definitely think.
Hopefully it doesn't have to come to that.
Yeah.
And then after like a long pause, Zuchy looks at Smokey and goes, "Fuck, it's so quiet when he's not over here, right? Jeez, I can hear myself fucking think for 5 fucking minutes. Holy shit."
Then Huxley comes into the room. Hey, guys, look what I found. I pulled all the telemetry information off of the.
But if it wasn't here, we would miss it. We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves. I'm thinking there is a benefit to having Huxley be that way. Now, it may not be, it may not translate directly, but I think if there was a lot more silence, I know I'd be going a lot crazier. So it is a good thing to have his excitement and his, his view of everything helps to keep me a bit grounded too, because it lets me realize that not everybody's a miserable bastard like me. There are other types of people out there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he does lighten up the room, that's for sure. But again, I just want to make sure that we, again, this world is going to knock him down a few pegs, but let's see if we can protect him from getting pushed too far into the ground.
Absolutely. So I've made a big note of that to make sure I don't forget.
10 minutes later, so Huxley's like explaining everything.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
All right. So what are we doing? Are you just gonna hang around under the bridge for the rest of your lives until things slowly rot away?
So if it takes like 2 or 3 hours to like clean the bot up and download the telemetry and stuff, I mean, we don't know where we're going. So I guess after Huxley comes in and, just is wildly about like, this is all the shit that I found.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys want to like, do you want to head out like now, or should we head out in the morning? I mean, we don't know where we're going. I mean, we could like we could run so far and then like if it gets dark, we could, I mean, we've run at night before. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but I mean, if we don't know where we're going, I almost wondered if we should like maybe run so far and then come back and see what we see. Like, we don't know exactly, like, is it southeast? Is it southwest? Is it south? Like, I mean, it could be anywhere. So like, I mean, if we just run in one direction and there's nothing there, like we're going to run out of power and then we're going to be stuck.
How far away is Green Hills from here?
Let me pull up the map.
Yeah. Cartography roll.
Right, there you go. Let's see. I mean, from here, probably only about 7 or 8 blocks.
According to my map, it's only about 7 or 8 blocks. I mean, that's close.
Probably,
if you want to check that out first. I mean,
I think going somewhere where we actually know where we're going is better than the unknown, obviously.
Well, because I mean, if there is something to the south and Dog found it, I mean, I assume he's going to stay there, right? I mean, he's just by himself. I mean, I guess he's by himself. He could have went with somebody. I mean, I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe the organization might have taken that over that spot too, and then he's moving on. Who knows?
But I don't think Jensen was part of the organization like we are. I think he just. I mean, I think he just. Well, yeah, but yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. He lost it, I guess.
Yeah.
I think at the risk of kicking another hornet's nest open, I think we do go to Green Hills. Stretch our legs a bit. Go out and, do some, I said, just to get out and move around a bit and test, going somewhere and coming back, making sure this, that what we have set up here is going to be fit for purpose going forward. And just to see, I said, if this is going to be our new center for a bit, it's probably a good thing to explore the neighborhood to see what's out there, so no surprises jump up at us.
Okay, I got a list of stuff that maybe if they have that we could maybe barter trade for. I don't know. I mean, we did have some rep, but maybe they haven't locked down. I'm not really sure. But he just like holds up the tablet. Like I assume like he would have made a list for like spare parts or if he couldn't build or they didn't have like little mechanical like harvester bots or something. So like if we could get parts for that or get those things if someone else has them, right? Because if
cameras.
cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of that kind of stuff, right? Like just to see if there's, if we can find stuff that, we can maybe snag something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe
And
like
you do have, you have the rep that Marla dropped on you as well. So
that's true. That would have been outside of the runner's purview, I guess, or the organization's purview.
yeah.
Also, like if there's stuff
Still
that
in your wallet though, so
yeah. If any of the stuff that we weren't, so like, how does armor get fixed? Can we just repair that once we get
that's part
back?
of that is part of downtime as well. Yeah.
Okay, because then in theory we could barter, trade, sell the Nanoflex because we all had that already anyway.
True. Yep.
I think everything else we'd probably want to keep for at least for now.
Yeah.
But it's the Nanoflex is a cost too.
Yeah.
So like that's a bit of rep plus the stuff that Marla gave us plus the other stuff that in theory we would have, right? Like even though we get paid through the organization, like it's in our account.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't mean they couldn't lock it, I suppose, but
right. Yeah. But again, it's in your digital wallet,
yeah.
right? So like that travels with you.
Okay.
So,
all right. I mean, in theory, the money in my bank account is mine too, unless the government says it's theirs now. Like,
well, yeah, but you're also your bank is a centralized bank, right?
fair.
Like,
okay. So we're like on the fucking blockchain here.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
I hate it now
because it goes, and I think of it this way, right? Like Ingram knows you because you've uploaded to the system at Ingram, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think she dropped you like 10 rep or something like that. I can't remember
8
off
or
the
10,
top of my head.
something I don't remember.
Yeah. So she drops you 10 rep, right? That gets uploaded to the system in Ingram, right? As far as Green Hills knows, you have 0 rep until you go there and link up to their system, and then it uploads, and they're like, "Oh, nope, they have 10 rep now." So
right, I'm not looking for that right now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I think that'd be good. I mean, and then we can get information too, right? Because if nobody like from Ingram came over, then we should be okay. And then maybe we get some supplies. We could, get some cameras and stuff maybe. And I mean, we could just ask around to see kind of like what's going on, right? Like, have they heard anything? Like, has anybody been in? Or are they looking for anything? I mean, we don't have anything, but I mean, if we go south and they have something that maybe they need up here, then like we could get our own little run going.
Yeah. And if there was something going on around here, then maybe, as you said, maybe they knew, maybe they have some more information, or maybe we run into them and they're like here. But yeah, we need to find out what's going on around here and, make sure we're not going to leave ourselves open if there are any other baddies around in the neighborhood. We're going to make sure we got everything covered. And I just don't think we're in a position yet to go after Jensen. Wait, Jansen. I always get it confused. I don't think we're ready.
Jansen, yep.
I don't think we're ready to make that leap yet. We've got to get ourselves safe and secure here, maybe get some more information and see where we stand too, right? We're kind of, we'd be out running around blind because we really don't have any feel for what else is going on, what we left behind. So it might be good to get a bit of info on that also.
When you say what we left behind, Huxley's shoulders sag a little bit, but he tries to, kind of play it off.
We'll get back. We're the good guys in this, right? We were doing what we thought was right. We're trying to do something to help everybody. And I'm sure all will be forgiven once we go back. Once we clear up everything that's been going on, once everybody gets a bigger picture of what's happening, I'm sure everything will be all right.
I know. It's fine. I'm going to go prep the suit. And like as he walks through the door, you kind of see him like, do one of those from behind and kind of like rubs at his face.
All right. So as long as it's that, and he's just, and I guess Smokey kind of shrugs, right? Huxley's going to be a bit sad about that, right? And there's nothing really Smokey can say to it. If that's what's bothering Huxley, and it's not any of the other shit that's happened recently, it's just, or if he's thinking, "Ooh, when I get back, I'm going to get yelled at so bad, I'm going to get so much trouble, I'm going to get grounded."
Yeah, so he'll go down and prep all 3 suits, so like get all switches on, yada yada, whatever.
Sounds good.
Zuchy actually, like, I was gonna say this before, but like he like tries to make like he'll try to find like an apple or something like that and try to make like a makeshift like apple sauce and try to feed his brother just to kind of get him going and give him a little bit of water and something to kind of keep him going or whatever.
Nice. Yeah, and we'll say too throughout the week, he's been getting better at communicating. So you'll actually get alerts fairly recently throughout the day of like he'll send you one when he first wakes up. He'll send you one when he's getting hungry. If he's cold or hot. He's getting much better at relaying. It's basic information, right? It's one word or an emoji, right? Things like that, or a GIF every once in a while. But yeah, he's been doing a lot better at talking to you.
Okay. Yeah, so like Zuchy will like actually like talk to him quite a bit. Like every time he sees him, he'll be like, how's it going? Looking good and that kind of thing. And like, he'll even like remember back when we shot a couple cans back in the back, with our brothers and sisters or whatever that thing or whatever, and your gun like all of a sudden just went off and all of a sudden, it felt like you're almost going to blow off your finger and you did and we laughed or whatever. It's like he's like
he sends you the GIF of from Scarface of the
So yeah, he normally he's got a pretty I'm trying to think like sarcastic look on life and stuff like that. So like he's like a little more chipper than he seems, than he's been or whatever. And like even though he knows everything's a mess or whatever, he's still like this is the one thing that's like brought him some happiness. So like he shows it like fully.
Nice, yeah.
Before we leave, can I set him up with an IV bag so he doesn't dehydrate at least? Like we should only be gone for like maybe just overnight, but just to keep him hydrated if nothing else. I don't like he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zuchy would just be like, he would pull him to this, or he would talk to Brock and be like, okay, so just let you know, doesn't matter who ding dongs, who knocks on the door, you don't let them in. You don't show them any funny faces. You don't say howdy doody. You just stay and you just let this place protect you. We'll be back soon.
And like salute.
It's got to be a gift from home alone.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Can or whatever.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So yes. So you're suiting up and heading out to Green Hills.
I have reloaded the ammo belt if we have ammo, and I'm assuming we're going to set that. We're going to go out, sneak out the back door, and set that thing up at the back door because it's going to be the easiest way for somebody to try to get in. I'm assuming.
Yeah, maybe.
Front door, it's got like a double door plus the all the other shit.
Sure, yeah. I mean, so the back door is a similar setup.
Oh,
right? It's still got the double door. However, the front door is kind of set up in that alleyway, right? So it's like you kind of have to snake your way through, almost either know where you're going or stumble across it, right? Whereas the back door is open side, right? So, like I said, it's kind of in a dried up, like the LA River, right? So it's in a dried up area like that. And the back door just opens up to that. So there's very little protection on the backside. So that might be a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
And are you setting it up on the, are you having Smokey set it up on the outside, the inside, in the locked door, in the,
no, I think in the knoll, right?
Way. Yeah.
So if somebody gets through the first door, they're like, okay, cool, another door. And then the other door opens and then it's like,
there you go.
I mean, that would be my thought, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's
fine. Yeah, because it'd be easier to pick off something from the outside.
Sure.
Than would be if you're surprised when you come in the door.
You have them funneled if they're already in the lock, right?
Yeah.
Then you have them funnel and it's easier to pick them off in that 4-foot area.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
What's the name for this thing? We got to name it, right?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What do you think, Smokey?
You got to call him something. He followed us all the way here.
Can't call it Lassie, though, can we? Even though it followed us. Do we want to give it a nice name, or do we want to give it an intimidating name? Since it's just going to be us talking about it. Let me think on that. Let me chew that over. We'll discuss that while we're walking, and we'll figure that out.
Just so you know, I do kind of like Lassie. So
it did follow us all the way. So
all right. So yeah, you guys get suited up and get ready to go to Green Hills. So plugging in all of the information, right? You're only running 6 blocks or 7 blocks. Your signal strength is a 6. I don't know where you guys are at in terms of damping. But
I could tell you in a minute.
Looks like we're looking at a couple of 5s and a 4. So
I should be at a 7 now with that 0 resist. Or what did that take? What did the 0 resist take over for? Why am I?
let's see. So that actually didn't. The only thing that changed was your damping. It had the same I mean, the only thing it changed was your drain. Sorry, it had the same damping, the same armor. It's just a little lighter, so it doesn't affect your drain anymore. Yeah.
So my damping is only 1.
Yeah, but I figured you'd probably want to take that jammer, right?
Oh, okay.
There was
Which
the
one is
smooth
it?
jammer available, so.
Okay. Yep, I'll do that. Puts my drain up to 7, but I got a decent battery. But it still only puts me at 3.
Yeah.
Because
It should put you at 4.
The frame is
Because
-2. The jammer is 3.
No, your frame is only -1.
It comes up as -2.
Really? I'm looking at it right now.
I can't change it. I mean, I'll believe it.
You'll believe it. Regardless, the 3 of you aren't anywhere near. Especially since you're only going 7 blocks, you're not going to attract too much attention. Your ping isn't nearly high enough to gather any type of attention. So you are going to be running, like I said, through the back half of Sturbridge. Actually, nope, through the back half of Sabatha towards Green Hills. And let's see here. All right. So as you're coming through, this area is on the east side of the Mega Mall, right? So this section had kind of was more of a mixed use, going through both offices, small businesses, as well as like apartment structures and things like that. Give me 1 second.
I hope there's no iron tusks out here.
I hope there's nothing out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Save us a lot of trouble.
Exactly.
Hey, aren't we on the other side of the mall? That's where that guy hit me in the head. He almost killed me.
Was that on this side?
I think it was on the other side.
The other side, yeah.
No, that was on this side, actually.
Oh, I don't remember things too good anymore.
Ever since you got bonked in the head.
Many shots to the head.
Yep. So this way actually leads. So like I said, it leads out the other side, going through the back door, leads out the other side, and you were able to go basically up and around so that you cross the bridge to get over to the other side, to the east. So you do see where the part of the roadway went, broke away, where Huxley almost fell to his death. You see, you expect again to see the body of Jansen on the ground, and it's not there. There's also the body of the other guy that has now been long scrapped and gone. And that bridge kind of sweeps over, eventually be opening up into the eastern borough here. And you have variable sized buildings, most of the windows kind of blown out, a lot of the infrastructure taken away, right? Overgrown streets, a lot of vines climbing up all of the buildings, pulling away the bricks creating collapses here and there. You guys have to kind of zigzag your way around a little bit. Actually, Huxley, why don't you see if you can think of a way to make your way smoothly through this area? You're going to be going up against a 5.
Yeah, are we? Is it because of the terrain specifically? Is it cracked, crumbled pavement?
It's because of the terrain. Because there's a little bit of a change in the terrain since the last time you were through here. Plus, you haven't been through here in it's been at least a few weeks now between you went to Green Hills from your first run. So
I'm assuming this is something cartography is not going to help with.
I'm putting your skill to test already.
Oh, nice. All right, there you go. That is a 7.
All right, beautiful. That's a success with a couple of edges too. So you are making your way through very successfully. This whole Sabatha is for mostly a gridded system. So it's easy for you to kind of jump down one way, jump back another, make your way around any detours that you need to. And you have a couple of edges that you can use as well.
Can you just bank it for now?
Yeah, sure.
I think he just is like, I know I said I didn't remember, but it's starting to come back to me now. If we go this way and then if we cut up this way, like all the streets are a grid. So like if there's something blocked here, we could just run the other way and then just come back around again.
I don't. Sorry.
Well. Could we use an edge to say that there's some useful bit of scrap nearby?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we could say there's a section of it that is over by, there's this kind of flooded area of a block that it looks like most people, either most people don't want to go through the water or they, or just choose to keep the easy area, right? And there's a larger, almost like a Home Depot of sorts, right? Where it looks like there's some of the larger equipment. Like as you're running, you actually see like a forklift and things like that. So it's none of like the small scrap pieces, but some of like the larger equipment there seems to have been left behind still.
Yeah, I don't think we could.
People don't go near the water.
Well, I'm assuming we're not going to run with a forklift. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Huxley drops a pin. Well,
but you could, you could pull the engine out of it, right? You could pull the tines, which are going to be, a pretty high carbon steel, right? You can pull various parts, so you don't have to throw a forklift on your back or anything like that. They have like probably any of the bigger things like they probably have like a genie lift and stuff like that, the big equipment. You're obviously not going to throw that on your back, but you can pull a bunch of the parts off of it. Yeah. Okay. That's what salvaging is. So.
Yeah.
Do
you guys want to stop for a little bit? I mean, because we like most of those things have like a hard rubber wheel, so like they might still be good. Like we might be able to trade that from other stuff. I mean, we might be able to use the wheel saw on some things. I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but I mean, at least in the short term, like we could trade a bunch of that stuff. We might want to keep the motor, but I mean, like there's chains and like hydraulic fluid and things like there's some useful stuff if you want to spend the time. I mean, Mr. Smokey shouldn't run out of power anymore with the new battery, so we have some time to kill. I guess it's only like $6.
Yeah, I mean, if it's only going to take an hour or so, then I guess we could spend some time doing that, because either we can use it where we're going now, or we can take it back with us. I don't think we want to be out in the open for too long, though.
I don't know why anybody didn't take it. That's some really good stuff. I mean, it's kind of wet over there, but you just take some time and some elbow grease.
Yeah,
maybe we just keep a lookout while you're doing all the rummaging.
Smokey's gonna bend down and pick up a rock and throw it into the water and see what happens before we go over.
Yeah, you throw the rock, and it seems to be, it's not like a super shallow pond, right? It's not like it's just like a thin, like a thin puddle. Looks to be at least a few feet deep.
Nothing comes out of it, though. I think that was more what
Nothing comes out of it now. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll look to the other two and say, okay, let's go over and start yanking some stuff out of it.
Smokey looks back at us, and the camera just sees like a form snake through
Yeah, exactly.
the water.
That's what I was worried about.
Okay, well, here, take this, and he just like hands you the rifle, so I have my hands free.
I'll point the rifle at the water.
There you go. All right. Well, so I'm going to give you the option. All right. So if you want, you can just go for some basic salvage, right? But if you want, you can kick it up a notch. I'll let you for each normal salvage is worth 1 rep, right? Okay. For each additional value of rep, it kicks the DL up by 2.
Okay.
This will be an all or not. It's not like if you choose to go for 3 rep and you fail, well, you still get 2. Like it's an all or nothing situation. So however comfortable you feel, I'll let you choose. I'll let you set the DL.
Well, so I'm rolling at a +4, guys. I know these are famous last words.
Go for it. Go for it.
So what's the base DL? So is it still 6?
The base DL is 6. Yeah.
So if we make it any higher, it's going to get rough. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we should get something.
Can go with you could go with an 8, and you have a fairly good chance of making that. It's if you choose to go up to 3 rep. At that point, you're rolling against the 10, and it's possible, right?
Yeah,
because technically, a success is still either a 9 or 10, right?
Right. I want to foil your system and say, well, if I keep it at a 6 and then roll like an 8 and have edges, can I get better rep?
No.
How about we go 7?
That is a possible. That is potential, right? Like I could be benevolent and say, you know what, you hit it, I'll give it to you.
Or it's faster, or the parts are in better shape than we thought they were. Right, exactly. Considering whatever. Let's go 7. Let's go to DL 7. We'll kick it up a little
7
bit.
Doesn't do anything. It's either a 6 is 1 rep and 8 is 2 rep. It's every 2.
Oh, it's every 2. I see.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. So he runs down by the water and then kind of like gingerly, puts a foot. Do I have to go through the water, or can I go around the water?
No, you could probably make your way around the water. Yeah. If
Yeah,
you go, you're not going. So this is like in the parking lot area, right? Where there's like the loading bay and everything like that. But if you take the time to like go around through the main entrance and break the doors through and go do that, then you'll be able to, it'll take you like an extra couple of minutes, but
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that.
All right.
Come on, Charlie. Come on, Bob. And boom, little balls come out and start buzzing around my head. And I pop out on the loading dock. And 2, 4, what is that? Oh, it's a 6, baby. That's a 10.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Easy.
I was like, fuck, what is that symbol? Is that a 1? Yeah, he runs out on the dock and rolls out the toolkit, like unrolls the thing, like starts grabbing wrenches and shit and like pushing stuff and like jacking things and
There you go. Yeah, and why don't so yeah, you're tearing everything apart, trying to get as much pieces off of this thing as you can. Smokey, why don't we see if you get a sense for any danger in the area?
All right. Smokey.
you're rolling sense. That's his new thing.
Yeah. 4. Nope, sorry, 4.
4? All right, sounds good. So yeah, you're looking around and everything so far looks clear to you. You have the phaser rifle. You're kind of scoping out the water, scoping out the horizon, and everything looks to be on the up and up so far.
Okay. Smokey's still keeping an eye on Huxley to make sure nothing leaps out. Drags him in.
Yeah, he's not paying any attention at all.
Exactly.
Like he's
Oh, I don't blame you.
focused on task.
Yep. So yeah, you managed to pull a few of the they have those the 2 wheels in the front and then that big circle wheel in the actually what, let's say that these are those new fancy schmancy, I mean they are for us but they won't be in the future. So there's the big orb wheels with all the little mini wheels on them, so they're all omnidirectional.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So you managed to get the 3 wheels off, and you're you have those kind of you're off to the side, getting everything ready. You're working on unmounting the engine, right? Getting all that going. And Zuchy, why don't we see if you can get a good view of your surroundings. Let's see because I'm assuming you're also playing watch out as well.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. Okie dokie. Can I
Probably add protector to that, right?
protector? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. That makes that an 8.
Nice. All right. So Huxley's in the middle of starting to dismount the engine, and Smokey's standing there with the rifle, and he kind of like looks over his shoulder just to double check on Huxley. When you see on the kind of coming up on his right side, you see these ripples in the water, and you see kind of the very clear, large, the large scales on the back as this thing's head now starts to pop out, and you see the two large yellow eyes on the top of the head as this probably a 7 to 7.5 foot crocodile begins to make its way through the water at Smokey.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Zuchy just takes off. He just takes off and just jumps and just tries to. I think what he's gonna try to do is kind of try to jump like he's jumping on his back, but he's also gonna use his knife to kind of use it as like just plunge it into it and grip on it.
Nice. All right. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and see if you can make that happen?
Okay.
Meanwhile, Smokey,
Mhm.
I'm gonna need a reaction out of you for this.
Okay.
So you see, you're kind of looking over at Huxley, and then all of a sudden you hear like Zuchy suddenly sprinting towards you.
So the noise I hear is Zuchy coming at me, or
Correct. Yep.
my first thought would be to hurry up and look towards Huxley, right? Because I would be thinking that there was something wrong there, or to keep an eye on him. So his first thing would be turn to look towards Zuchy and kind of like lurch towards him.
Gotcha.
That would be his.
Sounds
move.
good. Nice. I like how you're protecting you, turning your back completely and protecting Huxley. Nice. All right. Zuchy, go ahead. See what you can do to this thing.
Okay. So now that you just for the people listening at home, you've kind of changed the abilities or whatever you want to call them. So
yes.
So
I forgot to go over that at the very beginning. I apologize.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So there's move and there's force. So I would say probably move would probably be better in this instance, just because it's basically kind of an agility thing where I'm kind of, trying to get my placement on it,
Right. Yeah. You're not so much trying to hurt it, but just to get to it and get in its way.
Yes,
right?
Correct.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, okay. And then I think Protector still works for that. I think if you're cool.
Definitely. So know where it is right now. You've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't get any edge against you. Okay. So you're going to be rolling up against an 8 right now.
Okay. That is a 9.
Oh, beautiful. All right. That is success with an edge. So you manage to jump on its back. And so I'll let you know, it's basically, without your intervening, it would get basically a free shot at Smokey. Yeah. So you are getting in the middle of that. So far you have successfully gotten into the middle of it. You also have an edge available to you.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to turn it away from everybody. So it's basically instead of going towards Smokey and possibly getting to Huxley, I'm going to make it go away from them so they're protected. Because Protector. That's what I'm doing.
I like. Yeah, exactly. It makes sense. So you're gonna try to basically you're gonna run into it, steer it away from everybody else, and now take all of its attention.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right. So now Zuchy has basically jumped into the water on top of this crocodile that was just ready to pounce on top of Smokey.
Huxley looks up. Mr.
yeah.
Zuchy, what are you doing in the water? Oh my God!
You see the tail thrashing around.
Hold his mouth shut, Mr. Zuchy. They can't open their mouths.
What does everybody want to do?
I mean, I think I stand up from what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I stop doing what I'm doing, pull the pistol. But I would be reticent to take a shot if he's laying on the back of it.
Yeah.
Like that's not a... But like so he readies in action, right? Like he draws the pistol, points it in the direction, but waits, for Zuchy to jump off or be thrown off, or like he wouldn't.
Absolutely,
He's not that comfortable shooting that he would just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking brain it" while he's on top of it.
Right.
I think Zuchy's gonna yell at everybody, "Get out of here!" Well, sorry, excuse me. Get out of here! I've got this.
Smokey wouldn't just let.
You're saying no. Get out of here! But you hear little Smokey's voice. No.
No.
Right. Now that Smokey realizes that Huxley's all right, I think he'll also kind of move towards where Zuchy is. He may not take an action right away, but he's yelling, "Get away!" And I'm like, okay, well, he's sitting there wrestling this thing. I'm not going to just leave him to it, right?
Right.
I think he would move to get closer, to see if there's anything he can do, or if stuff starts going really bad, to leap in and help. But yeah.
So basically, Zuchy said he's got it, and you'll let him take it until he can't anymore.
Well, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I trust him, but also I'm not going to just stand by and let it out. Right. So
exactly.
I will,
First sign of trouble.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Sounds good. So yeah, Zuchy, have at it. What are we doing?
I think what I would try to do is I would try to, or Zuchy would try to, God, how would he do that?
Rub his belly. Rub his belly.
Rub his belly with your knife.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, there's like three things in my head, so I'm like, I just one of them is to try to get them a little further away from everybody, just to make sure that they're safe. Well, let me ask the question then: about how far away do I have this alligator, crocodile, or whatever away from everybody?
It's about 10 to 12 feet away from Huxley, and it's about 3 feet away from Smokey right now.
Okay, yeah. So I wouldn't just all of a sudden ditch this thing just because it's heading in the opposite direction. So I think he would kind of hold for bear, and he would actually try to use the knife to kind of guide it in that direction. It's kind of weird to say that, but like to keep it from veering off. He almost use it almost like a controller, like trying his damnedest to kind of keep the thing to go in a certain direction.
So this thing isn't taking off right now, right? Yeah. It's just not going after Smokey anymore, but it's now tied up with you.
Okay, well, in that case, I think what he would do instead is, okay, now let me ask this question: where's the knife dug into?
Probably on its back, right? So it's not dug in enough to do any damage to it, right? But you probably have it like on the top scales, right? So it's probably like a couple inches in, digging up against the top scales there.
Okay. So I think what he would, oh God, Instead of like actually like playing fantasy and role playing, I'm like thinking of this like in real terms. Okay, if I tried to do this, what would happen? So fuck it. I think what he would do is he would try to take both hands and try to just leave the knife is still there. He would take both hands and just try to drive it into the knife to drive it deeper into the crocodile.
Perfect. I love it. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is definitely going to be force. So we're going to
That's definitely force, yes.
Let's see. 4. And this time I'm going to use Survivor because now I'm just trying to survive now that I'm riding on the back of a fucking crocodile. Holy shit, that's a 9.
Nice. So that is so that's actually a yes with extreme edge. So that's a success with 2 edges. So if you want, you can do 1 harm to it. You can get 1 hit off and take 2 edges. You can also trade in 1 or both of those edges for extra hits, for extra damage.
Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to give him the 1 damage. And yeah, because I think he is in. He's smarter than he looks, kind of thing. So I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna take that damage on that crocodile, and he's gonna leave that knife there, and then he's gonna leap from it, do kind of a backflip to where Smokey is, and just grab his arm and just be like, let's get the fuck out of here, and just like start grabbing him.
Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, and I'll give you with your edges too. You can grab Smokey and get a good enough distance so that you can get back to where Huxley is.
Yeah.
I should.
So there you go. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a shot.
If he jumps off, because I had action waiting ready to go. So.
True, yeah. So he basically stabs it down and then like backflips off of it, and as he does, you like shoot under him.
That's that same special symbol, so it's going to be an 8.
No, 8 is spot on. So that is a success. So there you go. Yeah,
I got it. Boom, 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 boom.
All right, go. Pistol shots all up the side of it.
Yeah. Who would have thought Huxley's our body count expert over here?
Right. And now you see a little trickle of blood, not a lot, but you do see like a lot of its, effectively like top plating, right? All like the thick scales on the top, right? You've basically taken out a large, so he now has like big gouges and craters like along his side from where you guys have both stabbed him and scraped him and shot him and everything. And with that, he kind of 180s and goes back down into the water.
Smokey looks around and sees all this activity, and he didn't really move and do too much. There's all this action.
Right.
He starts thinking to himself, he's getting too old for this shit because now everyone else is doing stuff, and I just kind of stood there. And he'll just say, he'll kind of smack Zuchy on the shoulder and grab Huxley and pull him closer and go, "You guys all right? Is everybody okay? His suits are
Where'd
all
he
fine.
come
Everybody's
from?
all right."
I thought you threw stuff in the water. It didn't come out.
I didn't see it. No idea.
I've got an idea. How about we talk about this in a safer distance? He kind of points in the direction of where they're supposed to be going.
But I have to get the rest of this motor off. We can't. I mean, we already spent all this time. Give me like 15 more minutes.
Yeah. So Smokey will, kind of push Huxley, just push him as in, yeah, go ahead and do it, not like pushing him out of the way. Like, yeah, go ahead and do that. And all of a sudden, Smokey's head will be on a swivel, and he'll just be looking around and go back and forth.
Zuchy actually takes Huxley's gun from Smokey, and he's like, "I'll take this, thank you."
Obviously, my sensing wasn't doing too much sensing before, so.
Yep. Yeah. Why don't you guys go give me just one more quick check of the area, making sure that everything is safe now.
That is an 8 for me.
Beautiful.
8.
Smokey's just built different.
5.
5. There you go.
Zuchy's looking around. He's like doing like a search of everything, and Smokey's just staring up into the sky, looking around. Obviously, that's what it kind of feels like right now.
Yeah, you're like flipping a coin and catching it.
Yeah. Well, it's like Smokey is now focused on the area where the crocodile came out originally.
I'll make sure it doesn't come back.
Right? And Zuchy like grabs the back of his helmet and turns it like 10 degrees. And he's like, it's right over there now.
Look over that way.
And you can kind of just like see some bubbles coming up out of the water. It seems to have made like a cozy little area under the water where like part of the building has collapsed. So it makes the water like a little bit deeper. Like there's a little bit more of an immediate drop off right there. So it seems to kind of be like chilling over in the deeper end of the pond right now.
I'll make sure nothing comes out of that pond. I'll keep my eye on it. So obviously that's the only thing he's staring at.
All right, so yeah, after a few more minutes, Huxley has the engine completely dismounted and everything packed up and ready to go.
Cool. Okay, I got everything. Just be careful.
So Zuchy, go ahead and start heading. Go ahead in the front. And just keep an eye out, and like Smokey will, Huxley will be in the middle, and Smokey will be bringing up the rear, and he'll just like kind of be walking backwards a bit. He's still kind of thrown and kind of pissed that he missed that, so he's, checking behind while we start moving.
And we could go through the store, Mr. Smokey. We don't have to worry about the alligator. I don't think they go inside.
Whatever you think is the best. And I was going to say, everybody, keep your eyes open, but obviously I'm the one that has to keep my eyes open a bit more. So I'll keep my eyes open.
All right. So yeah, you guys go through the store, and you're only a few blocks away from Green Hills at this point. And so as you're coming through, everything kind of begins to open up a little bit. And it kind of smooths out to a little bit more of a suburban area, right? The city with all of the small businesses and apartments and everything eventually thins out. And you see the remnants of, 1 and 2 family houses and little suburban neighborhoods and all that kind of stuff that have, for the most part, just been completely wiped out. You see overgrown fields that used to be yards. And And you're now basically just running through a field with, the occasional young forest starting to sprout up. And within a little bit, you see you get the notification that Green Hills is, you're getting the beacon signal from them basically. And you see their exterior wall pop into existence.
Should we just approach like everything is normal?
Yeah, let's play it real cool and real casual.
Have you met us?
We'll try to be real cool and real casual.
Yeah.
Just walk up and knock on the door, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll go up and knock on the door. I'll go. So yeah, Smokey will go up and kind of look around and see if there's any kind of access point or display or anything. And
Yeah, so they actually have a door there that is with the it's basically like a little black pad almost right next to it. That once you get up to the door, you basically see a little yellow light that appears. And on the screen, you see a readout that says present ID.
I guess I have to present my ID. Smokey's thinking, I guess the discussion we had previously, depending on how fast information travels, and he just kind of, shrugs and says, "Well, fuck it, we're here. This is why we came. I'll present my ID."
All right. And so you just kind of lift up and it connects and you see that yellow light turns green and the doors slide open.
And I'll look
and
back
you see this is a tunnel passageway that goes down only about 10 or 12 feet and then plateaus out. And you're in this not quite dingy, but this cement rectangle of a hallway with halogen lights lighting the whole way.
Well, no red sirens went off, so I guess we're all right for a moment. So let's go in and meet our neighbors.
Do we all have to badge in as we come in? I assume that's the standard protocol, or is it just
No, it only asks for the one. So.
Okay. I mean, I assume they probably figure we all came from the same spot, I guess, right?
Yeah.
We follow. I mean, he probably slings the rifle.
All right. So as soon as all three of you are in, after about 5 or 6 seconds, the doors behind you close, and you're in about a 30 or so foot hallway. That once you get about halfway through, you can see that doors on the other side open up. And as you exit through those doors, you are basically surrounded by their warehouse, their loading and unloading area.
Huxley just puts up a hand, waves. Mr. Smokey said, "Be chill."
Hey, everybody.
And yeah, so there's one person you see, you're almost in a cylinder right now. And they come over the intercom and you see that there's like this plexiglass window about 10 feet up. And you can see a person in there. They have a headset on and everything, with like a little microphone. And when they come over the comms, they say, what is your delivery and what location are you arriving from?
Mr. Smokey, we don't have a delivery.
I know.
Well, just tell them we don't have a delivery. Tell them we need supplies.
We wanted to maybe deliver some information, and so the delivery we have is kind of us three and just to talk to you guys. And then he'll wave up at the big plexiglass booth.
There's silence for a moment, and the person comes back over and they're like, okay. Well, and hold on a sec. So, okay, apparently we're not receiving any telemetry uploads from any of you. I don't know if you could please just turn on your uploads just so that we could confirm data, and then we can go ahead and you can disembark.
Huxley, did we turn off our telemetry?
Would we have? I don't remember if we did or if we didn't.
So you actually did right before you went back to Ingram, remember?
Okay.
You turned off all your uploads so that they wouldn't know you were you.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is it reasonable to assume that is this like standard procedure when you log into places?
Yeah.
So I would venture to say that it would be reasonable that Huxley would have wiped the suits except for this last run bit, right? Like, because we have the cameras and all that shit, so I assume that he would take that. Like, they're not going to upload data that's got what went down at Ingram, right? Like, we know that they download data from the suits. So I think
true.
like over the week of downtime, because certainly I as a player didn't think of it, but I think
let's go ahead. Why don't you give me a roll to see if Huxley would have thought of that?
Okay, it's gonna be brains. Am I adding anything or?
No, it's just gonna be straight. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead. You have like electronics and stuff like that, right?
Mechanics. It's just mechanics.
Mechanics, yeah.
Unless we
add mechanics to it.
Reflavored that for. I mean, unless we're going back to skills, I guess it'd just be mechanics then.
No,
okay.
Shut up.
It's a 7.
7. All right, perfect. That's success with an edge right there. So yes, you did think of it. So during the suit upkeep and the upgrades and everything like that, Huxley wiped all of the information pertaining to Ingram from your suit's memory.
Any incriminating evidence?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You also have an edge.
No one from Ingram has been here yet. Is that too big?
I'll give it to you.
Or we'll throw it out to the rest of the group that they have supplies that we could barter and or purchase, or Well, I mean, I guess like info comes in rolls, right? Like, I think that's a cheap way of getting out of some role plays and be like, oh, and people like have information for us. Maybe unless you guys have something else.
I like that nobody from Ingram's been there because it gives us a little bit of anonymity.
Yeah. And then the bartering stuff we can always just do. We can show what we just brought with us. We can tell them, I'm assuming we have a manifest from back under the bridge of, the stuff we have. So,
Yeah.
We can.
Oh yeah, Huxley's got his tablet with all with his shopping list on it.
Yeah, so I would say maybe they haven't got an upload recently from anyone. I think that would be the one I would go for.
Sounds good.
So then he was like, "Oh yeah, I turned that off before. When we went back to Ingram, but you can turn it back on. I cleaned the suits off. Like I wiped off the data. It's fine."
And then Smokey will give him a thumbs up and say, "Go ahead, go ahead, flip the switch."
All right, so the three of you turn your uploads back on, and they say, "Oh, sorry about. Yep, looks like everything's fine now. We have the upload, and should be good to go. If you want, just go ahead and follow the lights. That'll take to you a place where you can offload your suits and have a pleasant day. Welcome to Green Hills."
Thank you kindly.
Huxley waves again.
You see the guy behind the glass wave.
Turn to the other guy like, what the fuck?
This is weirdos. Weird people over in Ingram. All right, so yeah, you're you now have you're in the locker room of the runners, where there's a few port spots that you can get that you can take off your suit, get everything situated, and lock them up and then get to it.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's somewhere where we go to take our suits off and stuff. There's a place to charge them and everything. And
oh yeah, it's all right there for you.
Okay. So, what do we know of Green Hills? Do we have any information previously? Anything we picked up, or is it just a place on the map?
I don't know, Jesse. Do we have any information on Green Hills?
You do. So you've been here before. So they have a basically a drafted council, right? So, every year or so, basically people from the community are put into the board in order to run the knoll. They export technology, machinery, basically. And the reason that Ingram and Green Hills have such a good relationship is because they do a lot of importing of coal, which is actually one of the first, is what you initially brought over to them.
Oh,
Gotcha.
So they actually use coal for a lot of their processes. And then, as you saw coming in, they actually have a very, very strong border security, because the exterior wall is not the actual exterior of the knoll. Green Hills is actually basically an underground bunker.
Got it.
And the control manager of this relay that you had run into before, that you had talked to before, is a woman named Pam.
Okay.
So I guess we just let's just see if we can trade anything with them or get some info and not rock any boats, I guess, and hopefully no one from Ingram comes while we're here or shortly after we leave. If that's the case, maybe we don't tell them too much about under the bridge at the moment. Let's just say we were out on a run from Ingram and we wanted to stop by because we found this some of this other stuff that we thought we might be able to trade in the middle of our run. Maybe that's the play we do right now.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't tell them what happened. I mean, that'd probably be bad, right?
For the moment, until we can get back and explain everything to everybody and sort it all out. Maybe we just keep that close to the vest for the moment.
We should keep our eyes out for Jansen too. I mean, if we see him here, right?
Yeah, keep our eyes out for anything weird.
I mean,
we saw it under the bridge.
Should we ask about him? I mean, I feel like if we ask about him, it's weird, right?
Yeah, I think we hold that a bit close to our vest for the moment too. If something comes up in conversation, maybe we can mention it that we saw someone. But yeah, I wouldn't go poking around too much into that at the moment.
Okay, maybe we could just ask about like what's been going on around here because we haven't been in a while, and just to see kind of like what's up.
Yeah, small talk, chit chat. That's what we're looking for.
Okay,
make some rep and do some chit chat.
I mean, they export a lot of tech, so I mean, they might have some of the cameras and stuff that we were looking for. That would be good.
Yeah, absolutely,
For sure.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna wander around Green Hills, see if you can offload your stuff, pick up some new stuff. Maybe even you guys may be interested in like grabbing a job or something from here as well, or you just want to book it right back to under the bridge once you're done here.
Ooh, that's intriguing.
I mean, I think it probably pays to like look at the board, but we also have to get back and manage Brock, right? Like we can't fuck off for a week because he'll starve.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So
all right, sounds good.
But if something's like going south, right? Like we're thinking about going back down that way, right? It just depends on where stuff is.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And how quick the turnaround is.
Right.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Yeah. So it looks like you guys have a few things to keep yourselves busy in Green Hills. And we'll let the three of you to that. And in the meantime, we'll call it there.
All right. Sounds good. Cool. All right. That was fun. What do you guys got going on, Kurt? What's going on over at the MFG cast?
We're doing our same kind of stuff. We're doing I'm regularly releasing every other week RPG, whether it be Core Noir. Core Noir, we're actually into our
fifth season.
Yeah, it might be like
holy
might
crap,
be fifth or sixth. Yeah, it's getting to the end there.
Nope. It's 5 because it's the one with the baseball. 6 is the one where we go. Well, 6 is the one where we go.
6 will find
do a
out.
different thing. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, so we're in our 5th season. It's going strong. Yeah, so check that one out. We also coming up here, I'm just going to release the next episode of Thief Like Me, our D&D campaign. This last episode was really fun to edit because I was laughing on most of it, and Tracy thought I was a weirdo because I just kept laughing. She's like, "You laughing at the TV?" Nope, I'm laughing at what I'm listening to. So
just laughing at myself.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're also releasing after the RPGs, the weeks after the RPGs come out, we're regularly releasing board game episodes. The last board game episode we did is River Valley Glassworks by All Play, a game that me and John have played online. So if you actually have a Board Game Arena, you can play that online as well. It's a great little fun, cute game. So check that out, and we'll be releasing more board game episodes as we go. And then you can always check us out on Instagram and TikTok as well.
Cool. Just by the by, they removed Century Golem Edition or Golem Edition. It's not up there anymore.
Oh, boo.
So now they only have regular Century Spice Road.
Why would you do that?
No idea.
Even if the game's not available, like, why would you do that?
And it was already on there. Like, why pull it? Like, you sold another edition. Like,
yeah, I wonder if there's some kind of weird thing that they had to do it.
I don't know. Yeah,
Doesn't make any sense. Weird.
FYI, your mileage may vary. So Runners is going back to skills, so that's cool, right, Jesse?
Yeah, it is. Shut the hell up. John got his way.
Look, it just makes sense.
It does. I'm not going to, just to spite you, though, I'm not going to call them skills. I don't know what the fuck I'll call them, but I'm not going to call them skills.
But you can leave them as abilities, I guess, right? I mean, it still fits that motif.
Yes.
Oh.
Cool. All right. We want to thank everybody for watching. Our Patreon's up if you want to throw a couple of bucks our way. We do it's not early release because the videos are out because everything is back asswards and we play live, so like whatever. But the podcast part doesn't release for a while. So you get the early release to just if you want just the podcast itself, you get the raw audio. We also do outtakes and post shows and that kind of stuff. We were talking about the game and other like random shit. So if you want to throw a couple bucks, you get some of that. We have our Resist t-shirts for sale. Links in the show notes. Proceeds donated now and forever. So if you want to grab one of the t-shirts, I probably should have worn one, but I have nice Philly shirt that Kurt sent me for my birthday, so I'm repping that instead today. They suck. I mean, whatever.
But at least you have a cool t-shirt.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that it? I guess. I don't know. Things and stuff. Stuff and things. I don't know. Whatever. Ratings and reviews on iTunes or whatever your podcatcher of choice is, dubiously helpful. I guess if more people did, it would be more helpful. I don't know. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.